God, hi.
That's really
It's
weird.
Mirrored, yeah.
But that one's not.
No.
Oh, this will be fun.
Yeah.
This is gonna be really fun. Okay, you ready? Okay, cool.
All right.
Hi, Instagram.
Hi.
This is really trippy. I don't know how to fix it.
Hi,
Hi, friends.
Instagram, and hi, YouTube. We're doing two things.
We're trying to do two things at once, and we will
Bear with us.
really
This is
see how
new to
this
us.
goes.
Yeah.
How about dashboard? No, it's just going to be trippy. It's just going to be super trippy for everybody involved.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of leaning. Hello, Instagram. There's going to be a lot of leaning in various different places.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, friends.
Our elder millennial minds are broken right now.
It's
over
so true.
this
So if you see us
technological
looking, if you're a-
update.
Yeah, we're just diversifying today.
Here's what happened.
What happened was.
What happened was we get a number of people saying, oh my gosh, we love your Instagram lives and they're great, but like either I'm not really on Instagram or like that's not where I want to see things.
right.
So I've been thinking about diversifying how we put our content out, and I figured YouTube was a good channel for that. And so this is the first time we're trying it. Let us know if you like it, and if you don't, we'll fix it and we'll figure it out.
Already need to move this.
Yeah, we can give us a minute. We're adjusting.
We're adjusting things. Hi, everybody. How's your week been? It's only Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday.
Oh.
What if we did something like?
This is great.
What if that is that better?
I think it might be. Just move it. Can we tilt it down?
Oh, yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that works.
Okay, this is substantially better.
Yeah, and also if you're watching this on YouTube, you're gonna see these outer corners that you never get to see on Instagram.
You never see them on Instagram.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi.
Anyway,
hello, happy Tuesday.
We're challenging ourselves
We're
today.
challenging
for
ourselves.
for the community.
So we're doing this week because we realized next week I'm not in town, so we weren't going to be doing one. So instead of you guys missing it for 2.5 weeks, we were like, oh, we'll just do another one.
Yeah, and then this will be the schedule that we stick to.
So
every
hopefully
other
we'll
week
stick to
starting
this.
now.
Yeah, so we'll do the week of Pride. Will be our next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay.
This last week at Doc Marie's, we had a very successful chapel.
Oh.
Sorry, the YouTube camera just took a dive. It's really funny. This is going really well.
1 second.
1 second. Oh no, but we had a Chapel Roan dance party.
We did. It was so fun. You all came out for that. To those asking, yes, we will have it again. We will have a part 2. It was so fun. Everyone showed up in there. Chapel Roan Best. DJ Klepisoa did such an amazing job. Really fun bout of queer joy for everyone. It was a great time. Yes.
Do we fix it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anyway,
This
this took an
works.
absolute dive. It was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
Okay, so we had a very successful. Sorry to the people. I had a couple come in on Sunday because they were standing in line and they're from out of town.
Yeah.
Didn't make it in. So sorry if you didn't make it in, but if you did, you guys had a great time. We had a great time.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And now this week,
Yes.
there's probably bachata tomorrow.
It is bachata tomorrow.
Hey!
Very good. Yes,
I'm so
tomorrow's
smart.
bachata. Also, the following week, Pride Week, we got a lot of fun stuff. I'll get into that too. But yes, this week is bachata. Then we've got Nisa's back doing tarot readings, walk-ins, 5 to 8 p.m. on Thursday. Also on Thursday is obviously Queerioke. Sam is back. She'll be here at 8. And then on Friday, it's Singles Happy Hour. Everyone pay attention. This Friday is Singles Happy Hour. Everyone always says, oh, I just missed it. Like, when is the happy hour? It's this Friday.
5 to 7.
It's this Friday. It's super fun. It's not, like I said before, it's not overly facilitated. You just show up. You're single. You're ready to mingle. People wearing name tags can feel free to talk to each other and move around at will.
Followed by
DJ Aspen.
Aspen Friday.
Yeah.
Always a good time. Saturday is 90s night?
No. Saturday is DJ Kid Marie.
K Marie, hooray! So K Marie will be
Lovely
spinning.
speed dating, and DJ K Marie.
K Marie will be spinning some stuff. Should be a really great time. She's always a hoot and a holler.
Yeah.
And that's 9 to 1 on Saturday.
Yep. And then Sunday is queer quiz.
Or your sad Sundays with Sarah, which are also.
Yeah.
I'm here at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And the door is open.
Yeah. Don't forget. Yeah. So we threw out the topic of community.
And
we got a lot of great questions.
Do you want to talk about Pride Week?
Oh, yes, Pride
Real
Week.
quick?
Sorry. 1 second.
Sorry, guys, we're not actually open.
That's my fault. I forgot to lock the door. This live is a lot. On Pride Week, so we've got a super fun week lined up. We've got Queer Ballet doing a Pride party. They did that last year. It was super, super fun. We've got Queer Yoki like normal, and then we've got Toxic and DJ Baby Van Beasley here next Friday for Pride Week as a pre-Pride kickoff party on Friday. That's going to be super fun. Sorry.
I mean, luckily they were just trying to find a bar, so they were about to look. They were looking for a drink.
I forgot to lock the door. Oh, this is funny. Then on Pride weekend, we are open 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday of Pride weekend. We've got DJ Aspen here on the 20th, and we're just here and super gay the whole time. Come hang out with us. It's going to be really fun.
Should be awesome.
Yeah.
Should be super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
This week we're talking about community.
Yeah, this is a big fun topic.
Tell me why that sounded like the intro to like a Sesame Street.
Well, I mean, it's not. This is good, wholesome queer content.
Of course, we're about the wholesome queer content for sure.
So. I threw out the topic. We got a lot of great questions from you guys. As always, you have not been overly briefed on, on the questions.
I learned what the topic was about an hour
ago. And if you guys have any more questions, throw them in the chat. And if you're watching via YouTube, which no one is,
which is good because the angle is garbage.
It's really bad, but we'll figure this out. Don't worry about it. So let's start with this community member says, I want more gay community, but don't know how to make more gay friends as a 27-year-old.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard to make friends at any age, of any kind. I will say that I don't think, I think we're taught at a young age how to make friends when we're 5. And when we're forced into situations like schooling, it's easier to make friends because you're in those environments already. So when you get older and you are looking for new friends, you have to find them.
Yeah.
Or you have to seek them. I know that I've had friends or people in my life who have had amazing success with meetups. So it's a website. It's where you can kind of scan for groups of people who are getting together for various things. You can search for your own interests, or you can go on an adventure. I know that there's foraging ones, there's hiking ones, there's walking tours, there's breweries, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. There's our meetups that we do here. And what that allows for you to be in a space that you want to be a part of, to potentially meet new people who are also there for the same reason, who are there looking for connections and new friends and doing that. And I know a lot of them are also queer centric, right? Because you're not the only queer in the city looking for queer friends. Or queer community in general, because it can feel really daunting, especially as a new member to a community, to try to insert yourself into it and then find connection there. It's hard. It's really difficult. So keep calm and carry on. And my best thing because like I don't actually have a lot of gay friends. Most of my gay friends are the ones that I work with.
Mm-hmm.
Is to find that thing that you're also interested in that you would enjoy doing with another friend, and get into that situation for yourself and then see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
Meetups are a really good one. I know some people have had really good success on Bumble BFF, looking for new people to do new experiences with. I know I'm just like toting apps to you. I mean, but it's true. That's one of the best ways to find connection, or to find yourself in a super queer centric space and take a stab at it. It's hard and it's daunting, but it's the only way to do it, unfortunately.
It definitely is daunting. It definitely is. It's also tiring, you know, because it is a lot of work and energy that you're putting into it. And you kind of, you know, if it's not giving you a lot of returns right away, I think it can be easy to give up. But it is just like a keep at it kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, my main advice would be to pursue your interests.
Yeah.
Like, live your whole life, pursue your interests actively, do your hobbies, you know.
Yeah, be your authentic self.
Yeah, and because that's the best way to find people who are most like you, and that, you know, gay is just one thing that you have in common. Like, right. You might meet someone gay who you don't want to be friends with. Right. You know, if you're going to like gay meetup, like that might happen. Whereas if you're going to like bird watching every day club, right, there might be someone gay there, and then you have two things in common. But you know what I mean?
It's always the bird watching for you.
That sounds like a hobby. Like
that is her number one like suggestion when anyone's like, "What's a hobby?" And I'm like, "Well, bird watching is a hobby." But does she want to do that hobby?
No. But I'm gay. But see, we would have nothing in common. Yeah,
you don't like bird watching.
No. Well, also someone left a sweatshirt at the bar that was like a bird watching thing, and I put it on because I was cold, and I was like, bird watching. What if I was a bird watcher? But
you're not.
No.
Then you'll never be.
No, not for me.
But so yeah, pursue your own interests.
Yeah.
Do something new and exciting for yourself, and hope that there is activity in that somebody else can share with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard as shit.
Yeah, and again, just keep at it. Like, it's a numbers game. It's a effort thing, but it's worth it. It's an investment you're doing.
Bird watching is dope. I believe it.
There you go.
I know that I enjoy looking at birds.
Meet each other in the comments.
But I don't know how to decipher one bird from the other. But it's fun to name them other things. Like sea chickens.
There you go.
That's what I call seagulls. Not to be confused with pigeons, which are city chickens.
Very different.
Very different.
Okay. Oh, this person says
apparently it's called birding, not bird watching.
I'm so sorry to the birding community.
Now we know.
Retracted.
The more you know.
This person says, what if I want to go to Doc Marie's but have no one to go with?
Come through.
Yes.
Okay, I will also say that there is a different vibe every day. We do different things every day for a lot of reasons, because then that allows all members of our community to find the thing that works best for them. I will say we are typically slower at the beginning of our days, whether that's 2:00 on a Sunday or 5:00 when we open on, say, a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday. Those times are when we're slow, and and you can kind of ease into the whole night, and you can find other people that are there for kind of the same reason, kind of chilling and enjoying the same vibe. And I will also say, anytime I've ever seen anyone come into this bar alone that didn't want to be alone, they weren't. They ended up not. They found friends, started making conversation. There's a whole regular group that literally all just showed up at the bar one day all by themselves, and found friendship in all of that. You know, we got card games for a reason. There are moments and ways for you to establish a connection with someone without feeling the pressure of like, oh, I'm at the bar and I can't be here alone. You can also be here alone.
You can
There's a book nook that I love. And we got a lot of people who are by themselves also.
Bartenders are very friendly.
Yeah.
All the patrons are very friendly. I know that it can be, there's a seagull joke in there.
That's a good one.
It's good. Someone says, I'm old, 47. That's not old.
Not old.
Also looking for new community. Wait, slow down.
Chaperone went
Chaperone
great.
was super fun.
I am bummed you can't make it also.
We'll do
Okay,
it.
I'm old. You're not actually old. Also looking for community. I mean, come in.
Yeah, exactly. And also I get, that is one of the most frequent questions that I get asked by one person at a time, being like, I'm old, when do the old people come? So if you guys just want to give me like a consensus on a time that you can all come here, then please
also
do.
just,
Also
you know,
Sunday.
Sundays, 2 p.m. I open at 2 p.m. You can be home and in bed by 8 if you come hang out with me on Sundays.
Yes. So what was our question? What were we talking about?
We were talking about coming to the bar alone.
Yes. Oh my gosh, please. And I know that I'm part of a coming out later in life crew.
Nationwide group having a retreat in PDX in August.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Sunday is dope. Yeah.
It is. I know that it can be daunting and a little bit, nerve-wracking to think about coming to the bar. And I realize this because a lot of people have never been to a lesbian bar because there's like 30 of them that exist.
Mm-hmm.
And we're the only one in Oregon. And so I realize that a lot of people don't know what to expect, which is why one of the reasons we do these lives is so that you can meet two people who work here and feel comfortable.
And are both here a lot.
Every day. Yeah. And also ask those questions and get those answers so that you can feel comfortable. And we've had a number of people go that route, like join the live saying like, I'm nervous. And we tell them what to expect and they come, they have a great time.
Info@docmaries.com. You can just email us, or the link to email us is also on our website. Feel free to reach out.
You're not the only one in Oregon. We are the only self-claimed lesbian bar. So that is the distinction. And yep. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, next question. Speaking of all of our events and all of the different things we do, someone asked if we're going to have an open mic again. I think that we will once Pride settles and all of that stuff. We had a couple of them. They were super fun.
They were really fun.
Yeah.
We definitely would like to start doing those again. And so hopefully in the near future.
Yeah. And then someone asked about 90s night. That is going to be the first Saturday of every month. The next one's in August. DJ Chelsea Star is here at the end of this month as well, but she's going to do a different theme.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's reading questions that I've never seen. La, 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 la.
This is a really good one that I like.
Okay.
What do you think is the best formula for a healthy community?
I don't think we're definitely not avoiding it. Sports Bra is a women's sports bar. That is who they are. They are an amazing part of our community. We love them deeply. They are on the Lesbian Bar Project, but they themselves really outwardly are supporting more of the women's sports aspect of everything, and we are supporting a lesbian bar for everyone. Yeah. Same community, just different subjects. We're not avoiding it. Don't worry.
No. And also, I don't like your tone.
Do we do 80s nights? We have previously.
Yeah.
We'll probably do another one again, kind of like through the cycling of them. I think our next one, like August, is when we get a little bit back to regularly scheduled programming in terms of our themed nights. Mm-hmm. So stay tuned for all of those. It's not a competition. Oh, wait, you're probably just talking to other people. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I have a very low tolerance for people pitting bad bitches against each other.
Yeah, no, we're all great.
Yeah, for people trying to stir the pot.
We love them. They love us. Everybody's happy here.
We support them, but we also are, it's accurate to say what I'm saying. So there's nothing wrong with that. We have the word lesbian on all of our merch and all of our things. We call ourselves a lesbian bar and always have. So that's an important distinction. We're a proud lesbian bar. And that's the only thing I'm clarifying. Exactly.
So What was the question again? Going back to it. What do
Um,
you think is the best formula for a healthy community?
I love that question.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
hard. I
Yeah.
will say, I think in order for you to feel like you have a healthy community, you have to surround yourself with, I would say, various accounts of people and activities. So, community doesn't have to be one thing, it can be multiple parts and it can be separate parts because your community, what you feel is your community, is yours and you're a part of it. And you get to curate what that community looks like and feels like to you. Um, just like we were talking last week about boundaries. You don't have to be a part of a community, or you shouldn't be a part of a community that pushes those boundaries. And when I say community, I don't mean like this one singular group of humans that you hang out with in this one singular place. That's not community. Community is a larger forum. I know for myself personally, my version of family is so much more than blood. My version of family and community is very encompassing of multitudes of different factors. And I use it broadly, right? So when I say community, I'm talking about your neighbors down the street that you can rely on to take in your mail if you're gone for a week, or the people you met walking your dog that you now go to the dog park with once a week or maybe every other week. It's also the people you meet up with at the bar regularly, or at a bookstore, or your favorite local coffee shop, or whatever that is. All of those individual members are actually members of your community and your village. And the people that you invite into your life, you should feel comfortable with those people in your life. If you're not, then you should not.
Yeah.
You should not. So I think that formula of a healthy community is, no shock, I'm a compartmentalization person. I really break my life into teeny tiny compartments. And so for me, my community really is a bunch of different bits from teeny tiny compartments of my life. And when they all come together, that's when it's super fun and exciting. But I think that's a healthy formula in the sense that I get something from each of these people or places or interactions that I consider to be my community.
Yeah.
Diversify.
Yeah. There's more on different communities and blending later, so keep that in mind.
Ooh,
Yeah.
This is what happens when Sarah doesn't know what the hell the questions are before we start.
But so this question really stood out to me, and I want to get into, I feel like something that we maybe haven't talked about as much, because we do talk so much about self-love and self-respect and boundaries and how to keep yourself safe, you know, in relationships and friendships and all of those things, and prioritize yourself. So keep that in mind. That's not going away. That's all very true. But I really feel like something that gets overlooked when we talk about community, real community and community building, is a lot of patience and grace and kindness and compromise, not crossing those boundaries. But I feel like, you know, a lot of us coming out of bad family situations, or, you know, being parts of communities that we lost when we came out, or, you know, kind of all of that kind of baggage that is very hard to deal with. I feel like sometimes when we build our queer communities, we don't expect to have to deal with people we don't like anymore.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, just
Yeah.
being very honest. Like,
No.
and
yeah, I hear
that's
that.
not real community.
No.
It's a fun hangout group. If you guys can
Right.
if you can find 7 people who you have absolutely everything in common with and have never disagreed, that's fine.
Good for you.
Good for you. But good for you. But it's not realistic,
Are
and
you a
it's
people
not
pleaser?
healthy.
N-
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And you will have if it's a real community, communities have diversity within them,
Yeah.
diversity of thought, diversity of experiences. You might have a falling out with someone in your community, and that will happen. And you have to show up in a very mature way.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of, I think, especially in our greater queer community here in Portland,
I love
there's,
that. The greater queer
you know,
community of
I
Portland.
think that there's and I see it happen at the bar. I see a lot of conversations. I see, people who don't do that work and would rather just, cut ties with that person, which is okay if you feel like you want to do that. But what's not okay is kicking them out of your community.
Right.
You both get to stay within the community.
Yeah.
You just have an interpersonal conflict.
Yeah. And I think we're,
oh my God, Bianni.
I think you're touching on the vernacular is starting to get, semantics are happening. So when I think of, when I was talking, I was speaking of like your own personal community, which is true. What she just said is still true about that.
Yeah.
But then what's more important about what she just said is the greater queer community in general, all le Bidiquois, if you will. The Alphabet Mafia is strong and large. And I know that we see it a lot. And I know it is something that is very frustrating to see. And it's the inner queer community fighting, or better than, or less than, or more than, or all of that nonsense of not letting everybody come to the table and be exactly who they are. Within reason, obviously. Assholes are assholes regardless of their queerness or their identities. But that inner community fighting is definitely something where that compromise really needs to come out, where people need to put their own existence just a little further down sometimes and accept the queer community as a whole. So I think that definitely compromise. You don't have to risk your own values. That's not what we're saying. We're simply, I know I'm just saying that there can be compromise.
Yes. And I think that because of, again, similar experiences that a lot of us go through in terms of, healing from people pleasing tendencies or stuff like that, or having not set enough boundaries, the pendulum swings too far the other way. Right. But actually the healthiest one does come back to the middle. Like you might get to a place where it's okay to let someone disagree and agree to disagree and not feel like you need to cut them out of your immediate group. What I mean? These are just random examples, but I do feel like the healthiest one is where
it's right in the middle.
Right. You, in a healthy way, are able to be kind and patient to people who are different than you and disagree with you.
Yeah.
And that happens within the community, even if you have important things in common.
Right.
You might not have other things in common.
Right. And that's okay. You don't
They
have
might
to
hate
agree.
bird watching.
It's birding.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
God. I try to teach her one thing, guys.
We support each other.
Cut them out of your
100%.
bar. No.
The only people who are not allowed at the bar are people who have
Bad
broken
behavior.
important rules of general bar going.
Yeah, bad behavior. That's it.
Let's see. Next question. So this one's kind of going off of what you were saying before.
Okay.
How do you juggle multiple communities, and how is it best to have them mix or not mix?
We do have air conditioning.
Yes, it's been
Pretty
quite
great.
nice. Yeah.
How do I juggle my multiple communities?
Yeah.
So this definitely comes in, my background comes in. I worked in theater professionally for 15 years. And that community is where I learned family and community and values, and through work, and especially a big part of the community, queer community as well. In that, obviously, it's theater. We're all gay, or at least a little gay. And you would have these pockets of experiences and feelings and relationships that you created with people based on shows. What show you were in, where you did it, and you have these little pockets of community that sometimes collide and at other times are very separate. And so moving through the theater community for a long time was definitely one of those moments where I saw how you can all come together, but then also how you can reach out when you are apart, right? Especially in like summertime, a lot of my community and my family and friends would go away because they go do summer stock somewhere else. And I was doing whatever the heck I was doing in DC at the time. And trying to maintain that community when you're at distances is difficult. And having multiple communities and those like little pockets of friendships or created things, keeping up with them is hard. It becomes taxing at times to be able to maintain those connections and those relationships. But at the same time, you know that it's working and you know that it's your community when you're able to reach out to it and it is giving you something back. That I think a community and being a part of one is a back and forth. I think it gives and it takes. I think you have to give into it and then you also get to take from it, in terms of support or, whether that's emotional or, you need somebody to help you move all your crap or things like that, or get your mail or water your houseplants or whatever, right? Like when we say it takes a community and a village, we mean it. It's multiple people from multiple different areas.
Yeah. That's why we're doing that work and showing up as your best self, because you do get so much out of it. It is so important. And I think you said something really important previously, which was...
Yay! We love the meetups.
Yeah, the meetup here on First Friday
It's always
happy
really
hour is
good.
really great. Yeah, a lot of people make friends there and meet up. No, I think that a point that you made that was really important about it was, so you have the different ones for a reason, right? Because you're, again, like separate interests, separate experiences. And then you said it's really fun if and when they come
when
together.
they collide.
And I think that that's a really important sign of doing that in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Because if you have, like, if you're a part of communities that you cannot have meet, which I know is the case for, some people sometimes, that gets more complicated. Like, probably there's a reason, and those communities cannot accept like your full self.
Right.
Which gets really difficult.
That's hard. Yeah. That's really hard. When you're a part of something that's really important to you, but you can't be your whole wholesome self with it. Those are really hard. And it's also hard to like know that maybe you do have this like, maybe your birding group is learn to think. Maybe your birding group is maybe a little conservative and maybe isn't going to be as okay with you being like, hey, I'm going to invite my gay softball team to go birding with us. These are two bits of your community. This is an important part of your community, and this is an important part of your community. It's okay if they don't mesh.
Yeah.
It does not negate them as two parts of your community. They just shall never be one. But if you've got a birding group that's like kind of gay, and then you've got a gay ass softball team, the dream of the gay birding group, which I'm sure there are many, and then you can like, I don't know, invite the softball team to go birding or make the birders go watch softball instead. Like that's when shit like that happens. Mind blown.
Yeah.
Like when I would be doing shows and somebody from outside of my theater community would come in and see shows, and I'd be like, oh, you get to meet all of the other people who know me. This is so exciting.
Yeah.
It is thrilling.
No,
But
totally.
it's okay to be separate, but it's amazing when it comes together.
Yeah. Cute.
I think they're just cute emojis.
Yeah, cute.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Love making my groups merge, like playing with Barbies and making them kiss. Okay, that's a great comment. Stellar comment.
Wait, I love that your Barbies didn't travel in the same circles.
I think that's so good because that's
cute.
exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Oh, and then there's also that like feeling of being in like one place where you are a lot, and then all of a sudden something else from a totally different part of your life walks in, and you're like, wait a minute, you don't belong here. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? That happened to me on Saturday, actually.
Oh yeah.
Very confused.
Yeah.
Very nice woman came in, but
pause.
okay.
Someone's asking us to introduce ourselves. I was gonna do this for our new
Oh,
growing YouTube audience. Hold on, we'll do it at the end. You tell your story.
So sorry.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, we should have. Yeah,
We're adapting.
yeah.
Saturday was Chapel Roan dance party night, and we also, do either of you care to share your coming out story? Oh, cool. Yeah, we might touch that on that again. What was I saying? Oh, Chapel Roan dance party Saturday. I'm upstairs. She's bartending. I'm bar backing. We are not outrageously slammed, but we are very busy. And a woman comes up to the bar and goes, "Is one of you Sarah?" And she is not. I am. And I went,
like,
"Why?"
yeah,
Like,
I know both of us
don't-
were like,
I was like, "I do not know you.
Yeah.
Am I getting sued? Like what
Yeah.
what is happening right now? Because this is the most inopportune time." She knows my sister all the way from Virginia, and my sister told her that I worked at this bar, and so she wanted to come and introduce herself.
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's awesome, but I have to go do this thing." Luckily, she came in on Sunday. We had a great chat. It was really fun.
She's
But
lovely.
like when things happen really unexpectedly to you, like it threw me for a
Yeah.
solid like deer in headlights for I think like three or 4 minutes. It was hilarious.
It was funny.
It was very funny.
Okay, so you want to take a minute to introduce ourselves?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
You go first.
Hi, my name is Olga. So we've done a number of these lives and have covered a number of different topics, but we should probably do the basics each time for new people. So if you want to see
We're
any
learning.
of our previous content, it's all on our Instagram reels. The lives are all saved. Our first one of these is where we go into depth about our coming out stories.
This is
So
true.
if you want to see that content, that's there. We can touch on it though. But my name is Olga. I own Doc Marie's with my brother. I am here every day working at this lovely lesbian bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hooray. And I'm Sarah, and I'm the operations manager of Doc Marie's. So you'll see me bar backing, cleaning, bartending. We both are here a lot.
Yeah. And then we do these lives every other week as long as we can stay on schedule. Which
Sorry.
is like, we
Going out of
get like a
town.
B on it. It's fine. To build a greater online community, to talk to people who are either, interested in the bar and our journeys here and can't make it in, or a lot of people who want to go but don't know what to expect and have questions and want to kind of feel it out a little bit. That's what this is for. And also to talk about fun and interesting and deep
we talk
community
about us,
shit. Yeah.
and we talk about the bar, and we talk about all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Another question?
Yeah. There's 2 more, but we kind of touched on one. So I'll do this one first.
Mm-hmm.
What is the best way to leave a community that is no longer serving you?
Oof.
I know.
Breaking ties with anything that you have spent emotional and physical time and energy doing is difficult. Simply coming to the decision to decide that you need to leave a certain situation, relationship, or community is difficult. I cannot stress that enough. But I want to say there's nothing to it but to do it, because the simple act. Oh yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is what happens when we get on the Instagram, because we're both like, oh my god, we're like 40 years old. It's fine.
I mean, I'm close to 40.
She's closer to 40 than I am. When I say, right back to it, when I say there's nothing to it but to do it, you have done so much of the work already coming to that decision, and there will be more emotional work after the decision. And so the only thing you can do is trust your gut and your instinct, make a plan, and follow it. Sometimes that plan is a physical relocation. For some people, they need to physically remove themselves from a certain environment, which causes a lot of planning and needs to take time. For some, you gotta just tell people that you no longer want to be a part of their lives and literally block them out of your life. That difficult conversation to have, needless to say, but that is more of an instantaneous, okay, I've thought about it, I've made the decision, now I'm executing the decision, and then continuing to move through all of the feelings you're going to have about doing the thing. And so I don't say nothing to it, but to do it, to say that is not, to say that is simple, because it is not. But what I do know is that the other side of it is also incredibly difficult. Coming to terms with the things that you thought were right or true or good, no longer feeling that way. That is a big grief cycle. And the only way to get through any of that grief that you're already experiencing and will continue to experience is to remove yourself from that community in whatever means that is.
Yeah. And it is unbelievably difficult. And I think the one thing that can give you comfort throughout that is knowing, as difficult as that is, the payoff is greater. The peace that you regain, the self-love that you're able to give yourself by not being a part of something that doesn't accept you, doesn't include you, doesn't
Right.
support you, is worth it.
Yeah.
And you may have never felt what it's like on the other side, depending on where you are in your journey, what these communities are, but it's absolutely worth it. So
Yeah. And oh yeah. Okay, wait. Especially okay, wait, no, you're saying it's a great bar. Right. Awesome. I was like, wait, is there a question in there?
Oh, I think someone asked if people who are not lesbians and don't identify that way can come.
Oh yeah,
1000%.
lesbian bar for everyone.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you
is
so
our
much.
official slogan.
It's on the back of all of our merch.
We are a lesbian bar for everyone. You do not have to be a lesbian to come here.
No.
Lesbian bars have a rich and wonderful tradition and are magical places. So we're proud to be a lesbian bar, but we're also really proud of our inclusivity.
Yeah.
And you will see that immediately if you come here.
Sapphic centric, but boy oh boy. Come on out.
Yay. Cute.
But yeah, so leaving community is really hard. And it is a
Yeah.
grief. It is grief.
Yes.
And everybody deals with grief differently. And unfortunately, the hardest part once you've made that decision to go is not the actual going. It's all of the feelings after.
Yeah.
And so I really do say if you've gotten to the point where you're questioning your community or whatever situation you're feeling you need to remove yourself from, you got to just do it.
Yeah.
And make sure that you have support after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone says, Dr. Marie's community, here I come. That is so cute.
Yeah, come on out. We're here
Love
all
it.
the time.
So do we have anything more to add to how do I find my community?
Here's the thing I'll say is that sometimes you don't find community. Sometimes it finds you.
Mm-hmm.
I know that, there was one point in my life where I felt very lonely in my non-work life. Work was really great, but everything else was kind of to the wayside, and I didn't feel like I had anybody outside of my career field that I was talking to or hanging out with or had anything in common with. And then I met a group of humans. I had a dog, and he was a puppy. And we met a bunch of other dog parents, and that, was really convenient. We all had a prop, right? It took us all a really long time to learn each other's names because we only knew each other. Oh, that's so-and-so's dad and that's so-and-so's mom.
Yeah.
But that community found me literally at 3 a.m. on a late night walk with my puppy, found me and invited me into that community. And so I will say is that sometimes community is just going to show up for you unexpectedly. And if you ever get that feeling of like, oh, we should maybe do this again, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. I think for me at this stage in my life, I would also say quality over quantity.
Yeah.
I think that the word community calls to mind like, a room packed with people and like a whole, wide network, which is amazing and great, but don't rush to that by compromising on who's in there. I would
Right.
say build it over time. Sometimes it's one person at a time, it's just being really intentional about those individual relationships within the greater community. I think is what really make a strong foundation for
Quality over quantity. Hey, dropping these. I said nothing but to do it. Quality over quantity. We're killing this live today.
Yeah, this is stellar content.
Thank you, YouTube, for not watching us at all.
Well, I'm still gonna post it.
Don't. This is a terrible angle.
I know, it's
you
not
can't
good.
see what we're seeing,
Yeah,
but it's bad.
not good. We'll figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out, but right now it's bad.
Hi, Tap.
Pepperoni.
Okay. Does anyone? Hi.
Does anybody have any other questions about the Bar Us community?
If you do, you can also always send them in a message. You can also
DM
feel
the
free-
bar.
DM the bar.
I
You
love
can
making her
also-
crazy.
You can also email us or do anything you want. We will be.
Oh,
back.
hi, Sadie.
Oh, hi, Sadie.
Oh, my God, hi. I love that you two already get there.
Yay. That's our community.
They work here.
So the next time we'll see you guys is after Pride
After Pride. So
online. We'll see you here.
we'll hear
at Pride,
online.
yeah.
But if you come to the bar, we're here. Sarah opens the bar at 2 on Sundays. It's just me and my donuts and Jordan.
Find out what that means on Sunday.
It's not that weird, I promise.
it's
That sounds way weirder than it
Yeah.
was.
If it was
than
weird,
is.
I wouldn't.
It's not actually
have to
weird.
say it, yeah.
But it also is queer trivia
Yes.
with Mel at 5:00
Amazing.
this Sunday as well. Free trivia, always very fun. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, coming out. So we have a regular week this week,
And
then
next
it's
is
Pride Week, Portland Pride Week, friends.
Yeah.
So continue to hydrate. Please try to stay cool. We do have AC, even though the heat is breaking soon. And I hope you guys are staying safe
Yeah.
out here on these streets.
Send us any questions you have, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, if you get here at 5 for
Mhm.
trivia, you're golden because there's always a little intro. Mel will get you all set up, and then
And it
then it's
does
always a good
tend to
time.
get crowded, so if you have a seat you want to
Yeah.
get,
Yeah, then come early.
going early
We
is
open
not a
at
bad
2.
idea. Come to.
All right, friends. Thank you so much.
Bye.
I don't know what button to press. This one. Yeah, fucking end.
Okay.